I, I want to thank you for your labs. I'm glad that you have a lot of labs. I did have a question with regard to evolution. You know, Darwin's theory was done in the mid-1800s, and it's never been proven, so I'm wondering why we're still teaching it.
It's kind of interesting. It's Darwin's theory. He never saw DNA as he never could observe a DNA. The interesting thing about a theory is we need information to disprove it. There hasn't been any information to disprove the theory of evolution. As we've learned more about DNA, we've only actually solidified it. It's based on observation. It's based on fact, and it has not. If we ever find evidence to disprove it, and then we would amend that, because that's what you can do with a theory. But there hasn't been any evidence presented at this time.
Mm-hmm. And then with regard to your Christian students, then how do you do that? How do you tell them? And because they are taught not to agree with that, so well, how do you handle that?
This is not contrary to Christian belief. This is science, and science doesn't deal with a belief system. We deal with facts, and we basically present this. It doesn't have to be in a dilemma or a concern with someone to choose between evolution or Christianity. That's not what this is about.
Okay.
You can actually embrace both. And we actually, it's my responsibility as a teacher to teach science, not teach religion. And there's a place for both of those, but in school, the separation of church and state, school is a place to teach evolution. And it actually is a well-written theory, explains why we behave the way we do, why we have the anatomical features that we do. It's not just a one teaching kind of thing. It's an overarching idea, theme of biology. It's not just one unit. It's all year long that we teach evolution.
It's also explicitly identified in the state standards. If we deviate from those standards, we would not be fulfilling our promise to the community that the standards represent.
Yeah, I would want a student in Brainerd, Minnesota to have the same education as someone in Wayzata. They're teaching to the same standards as we are, and these have been looked at by the state, and we have a responsibility to teach these.
Thank you. Any other questions?
Very good explanation.
Great job.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thanks.
Good presentation.